Riders Republic is Ubisoft's open world extreme sports massively multiplayer thing. I recently went hands on with the game alongside some of Australia's finest gaming journos and found it to be a unique and compelling experience, even if it did have that poochy, don't forget to recycle to the extreme thing going on. Riders Republic is a celebration of all things extreme and embraces the gnarly, bodacious world of Red Bull extreme sports, pushing things to the limit and seeking adrenaline wherever you go. And while I'm gently poking fun at the culture, Riders Republic is so far genuinely thrilling. Right off the bat, I was put in the middle of a downhill bike race, following serpentine roads through a rocky forest. One wrong move and either I'd learn what happens when a human and tree become one, or I'd plummet off the side of a sheer cliff. These aren't called extreme sports for nothing. My brief stint on the downhill bike made way for the rocket wing. Now, I'm not 100% sure if these things actually exist or not. The closest I've seen is the jetpack George Michael uses in Arrested Development, which subsequently offends the Japanese investors and leaves the Bluth family once again shit out of luck. Fortunately, there are no giant moles to be found, so far, in Riders Republic, and the rocket wing functions like a wingsuit with a rocket strapped to it. Flying through the air, hitting circular checkpoints and racing against the clock, I was instantly reminded of Pilotwings 64 and what a tragedy it is that we've not seen a proper release in the series in almost 3 decades. Riders Republic's Rocket Wing scratched that itch for me. Despite having very little in common with Nintendo's ancient franchise, Riders Republic filled me with nostalgia and made me enjoy the Rocket Wing sections more than I otherwise might have. Controlling the Rocket Wing is actually quite difficult, and it steers like a bus, so actually manoeuvring through the checkpoints while making good time is pretty difficult. Thankfully, if you should happen to wipe out during any of the sports, a handy tap of R1 or right bumper will rewind time and get you back on track. Literally. After removing the rocket wing and what I assume are now melted and charred trousers, it was time for some downhill skiing. Once again focusing on speed, this downhill skiing section felt entirely different from the mountain bike. The sense of speed was intact, but it felt fast in a different way. Additionally, while skiing you have much greater control of your character and are far less likely to stack. I mean, remaining upright forever is going to be impossible. Ubisoft has put so many trees in the way. But while on the mountain bike, I felt like I was fighting for control the entire time. Skiing was more relaxing in an extreme kind of way. Before we go any further, I just want to mention that Riders Republic includes both a third and first person perspective, and for my money, first person is the hands down winner. Where third person feels fast, first person feels supersonic. The danger seems closer, the thrill is more in your face, and the sense of excitement is far more compelling. Trust me, it might seem counterintuitive at first, but once you get used to playing Riders Republic in first person, you won't go back. Once these introductions was complete, it was time to head to the Riders Ridge.
Hey girl, I've been hearing a lot about you. Displaying lots and lots of potential. Whew, I'm Suki, by the way. Whether it's on wheels or on a board, I try to do it all. I spent years competing at the highest level. What I discovered is that there's so much more to the Republic than meets the eye. It's also about adventure, exploration, and connecting with the outdoors on a whole new level. Anyway, this isn't about me, it's about you. So, I really like to introduce you to someone. His name is Brett, and he's triple OG. Bike, ski, wingsuit, legendary status in all three. Emulated by most, duplicated by none. I reckon you and Brett can really help each other out. Come on, follow me.
Located at the heart of the world map, the Riders Ridge is the hub of Riders Republic. It's here that players can access various features of the game, cosmetic storefronts, training, PvP matchmaking, and more. On loading into the Riders Ridge, there were players everywhere, and I mean everywhere. The number of avatars on screen at one time was impressive, and it helps give Riders Republic that sense of community and camaraderie. Once I'd reached the Riders Ridge and watched a few cutscenes, which you can see now, about how tubular my sick moves were and how I was going to win the entire competition, I realised what Riders Republic actually was. It's Forza Horizon for extreme sports. Once I realised it, the more obvious it became. Dotted across the huge open world map are a variety of activities, races, collectibles, and more. Players take part in the activities, earn stars, and use them to unlock new content. Each discipline includes a number of events, and by mastering each of them, players can earn the right to compete in more difficult, and extreme, competitions. And like Forza Horizon or Special Cuddles, going solo in Riders Republic is perfectly fine and tons of fun. But it's much better when you've got company.
When you're done, meet me near the food truck, and I'll introduce you to Brett. Cool?
During my hands-on, I was able to play with 4 others across PC, PS5 and Xbox Series X. Just the fact that Ubisoft has crossplay working basically flawlessly in a closed beta is a great sign. Once we'd teamed up, our Ubisoft guide took us through a variety of activities as a team, where the excitement and thrill of these extreme sports were great while playing alone. Once I was in a squad, the chatter, sledging and cheering each other increased the fun exponentially. Better still, entering the mass race as a team was absolutely ridiculous and a stupidly good way to spend time with mates.
Into the next round!
The mass race is Riders Republic's main event and occurs periodically. When a mass race is announced, players are able to register from the Riders Ridge and take part in 64-player races across multiple legs. Like the introduction to the game, where I went from downhill to rocket wing and onto skiing, mass races include multiple activities across several legs and 3 races. The overall winner is the player with the most points at the end of the 3rd race. I was pleased with my 50-something placement. Wait, no, not pleased. Embarrassed. Yeah, that's the one.
Don't show me your attitude. I have my own things. eating the cabbage.
I finished my hands-on time with a PvP event called Tricks Battle. Here, two teams compete to earn the most points on skis or snowboards by pulling off the sickest tricks and shredding the gnarliest lines within a snowy arena. Various parts of the arena can be owned by the two teams by performing tricks off of them. It's kind of like Splatoon without the paint, or mutated squid children. Whichever team holds the more parts of the arena can earn more points and has an advantage in the tricks battle. The tug of war of owning parts of the map and pulling off tricks get pretty hectic as the clock winds down and players start attempting longer and more outrageous combos. You don't want to be the guy who lost a 100,000 point combo with 10 seconds left. We did manage to win our tricks battle, and from the post-match scoreboard it looks as though Riders Republic will include a ranking and league arrangement for tricks battle, with teams having to spend points to enter and winning or losing said points depending on the match's outcome. I can see the most competitive among us getting stuck right into tricks battle, and I'm looking forward to seeing some insane runs on YouTube and Twitch.
You've lost the lead. Nice work. You've taken the lead.
Before I played Riders Republic, I was a little vague on what exactly it was. Now having played it, I'm confident Ubisoft has a really solid title built on a great foundation. Using Forza Horizon as a framework for Riders Republic is brilliant. It works really well with the notion of exploring the vast open wilderness on bike, ski, rocket wing, wingsuit or snowmobile, and always keeps players motivated to move forward. While it's early days and too soon to tell if the shine will come off after spending more time with it, for now, Riders Republic seems totally rad. Catch you on the flip side, dude meisters.
Lead lost. Oh no. Your team's taken the lead.